Hello everyone, welcome to the SBI Securities weekly wrap podcast. Indian benchmark indices during the week managed to recoup the losses of previous week and ended higher as Nifty 50 crossed the psychological mark of 22,000. For the week, Nifty and Sensex closed with gains of 1.2% each. The broader markets are underperformed with the mid-cap index ending 0.9% higher while the small-cap index ended flat. For the week, FII's net sold 2,583 crores, while DII's net bought 7,161 crores. This is as of 15th Feb Thursday. Global cues remained supportive as the US markets also touched record highs with the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 especially doing well. And this is despite the inflation reading in Jan in the US, which came at 3.1% YOY versus estimate of 2.9%. So this has delayed the probability of rate cuts in the US. The earnings season in India for the 3Q FY24 ended on a strong note. A sample of 1,650 companies with market cap of 100 crores and above has reported 4.7% YOY growth in revenue, while the net profit has grown 32% YOY. Some of the sectors like steel, cement, oil and gas have done well in this quarter, and some stocks like Tata Motors and some Adani Group stocks have also reported exceptional performance. A sample of 39 banks have reported 15% YOY growth in their net profit, and this is despite pressure on net interest margins amid high cost of borrowings. NBFC performance was impacted in this quarter due to higher provisioning related to the AIF investments. If coming to the sectoral gainers and losers in this week, so BSE Auto Index was up 5% for the week with good auto sales data. Retail sales data also grew in double digits in January. The oil and gas index and the PSU index also continued to do well with gains of 3 and 2.5% respectively. While on the losing side, we had the metal index, which was down 0.5%, and FMCG index, which was down 0.7%. Coming to top gainers and losers on the Nifty, so M&M ended with gains of 11.5%, post a strong set of results and a strong guidance. Wipro gained 10.7%, UPL was up 7%, Bajaj Auto 2 gained 7%, and BPCL was up 6.5%. While on the losing side, we had Hindalco, which corrected 13% in the week following weak results from its US subsidiary Novelis. Grasim was down 3%, ITC HUL corrected 2 to 3%, and Sun Pharma was down 1.5%. The dollar index remained relatively stable at around 104 levels, and Brent crude prices were up slightly in the week and currently at around $83 per barrel. Coming to stock specific news, so this week the fag end of the earnings season was over. So Gujarat Pipavav Ports reported a good set of results. The revenue was up 8%, while the EBITDA and the profit grew 13 and 23% YOY. The container volumes were up 6% YOY in the quarter, while the roll-on roll-off volumes, that is the auto export volumes, were up 175% YOY. Coal India also reported a good set of results, so revenue up 3% while profit was up 18% YOY, and the margin also expanded by almost 200 basis points. Other PSUs that reported good results, so Nalco's result was quite good with EBITDA up 66% YOY and net profit jumping 84% YOY. Garden Reach shipbuilders also reported good set of results, so revenue growth of 32% and profit growth of 38% YOY. NBCC reported stellar numbers, so revenue was up 13% YOY, EBITDA was up 23% while profit jumped 59% YOY. Among the consumption space, so Sula Vineyards also reported good set of results with revenue growth of 4% and profit growth of 9.5% YOY, and the EBITDA margin also improved 260 basis points YOY. Natco Pharma also reported good set of results. So revenue was up 54% while net profit was up 240% YOY, and the EBITDA margin also improved 1300 basis points to 35%. Among other news, so order wins continue for companies, especially PSUs. So Bharat Electronics, the company received an order worth 2,167 crores from the Indian Navy for the indigenously designed and developed EW suite. RVNL received an L1 order worth 106 crores from the Madhya Pradesh Power Company for 11 kilovolt transmission line. JSW Energy received an order of 500 megawatt wind capacity from Solar Energy Corporation. Railtel received an order worth 140 crores from Prasar Bharati for OTT platform. KPI Green Energy also received an order for 1.5 megawatt solar power project from a small textile company. There was plenty of macro news also in the week. So India's retail inflation at 5.1% YOY in Jan 24 was at a 3-month low, and this was mainly due to month-on-month fall in food inflation, with prices of vegetables, spices, and pulses declining on a month-on-month basis. IIP for the month of December grew 3.8% YOY, led by growth in mining, which was up 5%, and manufacturing, which was up 4% in December. The wholesale inflation at 0.3% in Jan was lower compared to December, which was up 0.7%. So, on the producer side, inflation continues to be benign. India's air traffic growth. So in January, the domestic air traffic grew 4.7% YOY to 13.1 million passengers. The growth has been slowing down on a YOY basis for the last 3 to 4 months, mainly due to high airfares, which is restricting demand, and also on the supply side, many aircraft are grounded. So there are capacity constraints as well as we had the foggy weather in Delhi and North India, which impacted flight movements in the month. Market leader Indigo's market share declined to 60.2% in Jan versus 61.8% in December. US CPI data also came about, so at 3.1% in Jan was higher than estimate, and the core CPI also was above estimate, and this is likely to delay the rate cuts in by the US Fed in this year, that is 2024. Coming to the calls given during the week, so in pick of the day we have recommended Zomato at a price of 155.9 rupees with a target of 172 rupees. Zomato, as you all know, is an online food delivery platform and operates under food delivery, quick commerce, dining out, and B2B supplies divisions. It reported a strong Q3 performance, and EBITDA and PAT has turned positive on a YOY basis. Revenue was also up 50% YOY, and the company has guided for 40% YOY growth in near term. So at current price, the stock trades at FY25 valuations of 115 times P, but given the growth prospects, the stock still looks attractive. Next up is Birla Corp. So we have recommended it at a price of 1718 rupees and with a target of 1890 rupees. It is a cement company of the MP Birla group, and the company's Mukutban unit in Maharashtra with a capacity of 3.9 million ton per annum is ramping up well and has turned EBITDA positive and is likely to turn EBITDA positive by the end of the year. The unit also has a captive power plant and is eligible for state incentives from the Maharashtra government. Birla Corp also reported a strong set of results in Q3, and at current price, the stock trades at 1 year forward EV by EBITDA of 10.1 times, which is quite decent given the growth prospects. Next up is we have recommended Hero Motocorp. So at a price of 4,850 with a target of 5,600. Hero Moto, as you all know, is a leading two-wheeler player in India, and with the rural sales recovering in India ahead of the Rabi harvest as well as the wedding season in the summer season, so volume growth is expected. As also the premium motorcycles launched by the company are doing well, and the electric scooter Vida also is ramping up production. So at current market price, stock trades at 23 times FY26 PE and 25 times FY25 PE, which is at a discount to the peers Bajaj Auto and TVS Motor. Next up is Nuvama Wealth Management. So we have recommended it at price of 3,868 with a target of 4,254 rupees. It is a company involved in wealth management, asset management, and capital markets, and it reported a strong Q3 performance. The company has profit came at 176 crore versus 145 crore on a YOY basis. And the private wealth AUM also has registered a 28% YOY growth. The stock trades at PE of 25 times trailing 12-month earnings. Coming to pick of the week, so we have recommended Lupin, which is the leading pharma company, at a price of 1,598 with a target of 1,838. So Lupin has a wide product portfolio of branded and generic formulations, biotechnology products, and APIs, and is a leading exporter as well with operations across over 100 countries. It reported a strong set of performance in Q3, and at current price, the company is trading at FY24 P of 38 times and FY25 P of 31 times. Coming to key events for the next week, so there will be a few results such as CIE Automotive, ABB India, Rain Industries, and Sanofi India. So a few earnings which are left for Q3. And next week, the global cues along with the stock specific developments are expected to drive the markets. The market will closely track the FOMC and the RBI's MPC minutes of the recent concluded policy meetings. So, any directions on the future rate cuts will be keen to watch. This was all about the weekly market podcast. Thank you for listening. Have a great weekend.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.